Troy, thanks for coming in to talk with us about Larry Wayne. How did you first meet Larry, and what were you looking for at that time?
Well, first of all, it's always my pleasure to talk about Larry Wayne. He's been a good friend of mine now for probably 5 or 6 years. And how we first got in touch is that time ago, 5, 6 years ago now, I was going through some change, a lot of changes in my life and in my business, and a lot of shakeup. And I was looking for some direction, some answers, and saw an ad that Larry had placed. And something about that ad, of course, resonated with me. It's my business to notice ads that work, so that one worked and got me to call him. And spent many hours talking to Larry, and we talked about a little bit about everything, about friends, about family, about success, about failures, about pushing yourself forward. And Larry has been instrumental, I think, in me getting a direction in my life. He's been very helpful on getting clearer, and a lot of what I've come to Larry with is business, and so he's helping me get very clear on who to deal with and who not to deal with, and a lot of it is through the intuitive side too. It's not necessarily the analytical side, but the intuitive side on who I should be dealing with. And that advice has been incredibly beneficial to myself and my business, and the fact that Larry taught me how to do that for my own business and myself also. And so that it's been my guiding force on how do I choose the people I do business with.
Troy, are you still using any of Larry's techniques after all these years?
In my business, I do a lot of writing for people. And Larry taught me that while you sleep, you can come up with a lot of your work while you sleep. And so he taught me some techniques to come up with answers and some of the actual writing while I sleep. So you're actually working while you sleep. There was actually something I just noticed, like it was yesterday or today even, that I was flipping through. I have one journal that I carry with me, and this it's only a few months old now, and I had written down some of my resolutions for 2010. And it was interesting that when I was looking at it and reviewing it, that I noticed that I'm already about halfway through my list already, and I'm only about a quarter of the way through the year. So again, going back to a lot of Larry's techniques that he's shown me, it was a real eye-opener for me to realize that I'm making things happen faster than ever before too. So it was really quite a surprise to see my list is almost halfway done, and we got a long ways to go.
Troy, how's your business changed from working with Larry?
Yeah, it's changed in so many different ways, and it's evolved and it's grown, and I think if I could summarize how it. In 5 years, probably the biggest thing I've been able to do is reach a lot more people than I ever would have guessed 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
5 years ago I was fairly new to it. I didn't really know where it was going. I had a rough idea. But these days, I write articles every week that are seen by, one of them by tens of thousands of people every week. That's read, and then my other ones also by the same. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that I'm helping through what I do now, and I don't think there's a better feeling than that.
Right.
When somebody does come back to you and say, I did take the advice that you gave there and I tested it and it worked and it grew my business or it saved me from bankruptcy. Yeah. That's a great feeling. It really is. So Larry has been incredibly helpful to me in my business to gain focus, get rid of negative self-defeating beliefs. The great thing about Larry is how easy he is to talk to.
Yeah.
Ever since day one, when I first met Larry, it was like a best friend that I was talking to. And very easy to open up to Larry and tell him things I probably never would have typically told a stranger, at the time.
Yeah.
But he just made it so easy to talk. And I think that's why we've been able to stay such good friends, because Larry is accepting of you no matter who you are, where you've been from. And, he'll share a lot of his own stories with you, that he's been places and seen some pretty crazy things, and, and he's there for you. So Larry is an incredibly gifted and talented and supporting friend that you really do need in your life. And, no matter if it's for your personal life, it's for your business life, if it's around growth, or if it's around getting rid of negative things in your life, I highly recommend you, if you're watching this and you're thinking about going to one of Larry's seminars or buying his product or taking him on as a coach and mentor, please take heed in the testimonials you're seeing here. These are from the heart. We're not being paid to do this. It's not scripted.
Right.
These are people. I'm a friend of Larry's, and I would do anything to help him because he's done a lot to help me. So, I would really encourage you to just take that first step and sit down with him and see for yourself if he is as easygoing to deal with and talk to as I said he was.
Troy, thank you so much. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.